Hello everyone, welcome to my study table where management concepts are made easy. Today's video will take you through the key business performance metrics for marketing and sales. This is part 3 to the case study series on key business performance metrics. If you haven't yet seen the previous 2 videos, you could go through the links given in the description box. Meanwhile, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and press the bell icon so you never miss any updates from me. Now, let's continue with the video. This entire key business performance metrics series is about a company called Alpha, how it started off as a limited liability partnership firm, grew over the years and became much larger to a private limited company, and post the growth faced certain issues that led to a sudden decline in sales and profitability. That's when the company consulted a lean consultant to get them back on the growth track. You will find the entire story on how the company started and grew in the first video of this series, which also spoke about the concept and need for a company to identify key business performance parameters. While in the second video, you will learn how the consultant with the finance head identified the key finance performance metrics and came up with working notes for handling and solving certain loopholes that had caused a decline in profitability. Do watch these videos. And now let's continue with the story of Alpha Company Limited. We left the story last time at the point where the finance team, post working on the key performance indicators as identified by the lean consultant, analyzed the issues that could have led to the decline in profitability. Now the consultant moves on to discuss the probable reasons and subsequent action plans with the marketing and the sales heads. Beginning with the marketing head, who on asked what could be the reasons behind falling sales despite increased marketing efforts, replied that the marketing strategies across the 4 Ps, that is, product portfolio, the pricing of each product, distribution and promotion, needed to be worked on. He also felt that customer acquisition versus retention needed to be analyzed. Basis the talk, the consultant suggests breaking down the scope into smaller units for easy analysis, and the marketing head decides to make 4 sub-teams in the department to work on 1. Customer analysis, which would look into acquisition and retention strategies. 2. Product and pricing strategies to identify if any product needs to be added on or removed, along with competitive pricing strategies. The third team would look into the place and promotion issues, while the last team would see branding issues. Before assigning the work to the teams, the consultant proceeds to briefing them about the need to analyze the right marketing metrics and the top 5 marketing metrics they should work on to facilitate identification of the root cause of declining sales. The marketing metrics helps analyze the market share, the market potential, macro trends in the market, customer engagement and satisfaction, and brand equity. The first metric under this is the lead conversion rate. It is the proportion of leads of a company that result in actual sales. This metric is critical to evaluate the performance of a company's sales funnel. Customer acquisition cost is important because it determines how costly and ultimately how profitable growth is for your company. It tells us how much it costs a company to attract new customers. Customer retention rate analysis helps companies improve customer acquisition and retention activities. It refers to the company's ability to turn customers into repeat buyers and prevent them from switching to a competitor. It indicates not only their satisfaction but also their loyalty towards the company. It also helps contain acquisition cost. Knowing the cost per lead will help companies make more strategic marketing decisions. It helps gauge the effectiveness of a company's marketing activities when it comes to generating new leads for the sales team. Brand awareness is often the first step to driving performance marketing goals, such as leads and sales. By increasing the reach of the product and brand awareness, companies increase their chances of generating conversions and increasing their market share. It usually includes media reach and brand and media mention. It helps measure brand equity and customer loyalty. The consultant met the sales head on the same day to understand his point of view about declining sales. The sales head mentioned that order intake and conversions into actual sales looked to be the weak links. He felt mapping of organizational goals to individual sales targets could be worked on later. To this, the consultant suggested few indicators that had to be worked on immediately to identify reasons for reduced sales volume and hence profitability. And like he had taken the finance and marketing teams through a briefing on their respective parameters, he did the same with the sales team. Now coming to the next metric, that is the sales metric. This helps analyze the revenue growth, market share, product positioning, and the overall potential of future revenue generation for a company. The first metric analyzed is the sales revenue. A sales revenue analysis allows a company to see how the business is performing in comparison to previous years and estimate how it should perform in the future. The analysis ensures that the plans and strategies do not deviate from the corporate goal, vision, and mission. The second metric is the order intake. Now, this helps determine the ceiling on a company's revenue potential for a given period of time. It shows the organic growth of the company. The total number of completed orders helps a business determine the total revenue it can bring outside the sale of capital assets. An interesting metric is the backlog analysis. Backlog refers to customer orders that have been received but are either incomplete or are in the process of completion. Now, because revenue in backlog is essentially locked in, it's a good indicator of business performance and reflects the amount of risk in the company's revenue forecast. It also affects how companies set their sales quota and structure their sales commissions. The book-to-bill ratio reveals how quickly a business fulfills the demand for its products, thus showing the strength and capacity of the company. The sales win rate analysis is the ratio of deals won to the number of total closed opportunities. This ratio helps a company make the right decisions in terms of changing deal structure, change or shift message focus, add customer value through new features, phase out those features that customers value less. Thus, it helps in setting the right sales strategy. Basis the discussions with the lean consultant, the sales and marketing teams analyzed the key performance metrics and came out with certain working notes for them to concentrate and rework on to build a stronger brand and sales network. The marketing team saw in their analysis that the customer acquisition cost was a lot higher than the customer retention cost, and hence they needed to focus on retaining their existing customers and reduce customer attrition to their competitors. Thus, their aim was now to introduce loyalty programs and other customer retention strategies. They also decided to rework on their brand awareness as they felt that if that would increase, it would lead to an increase in reach and hence sales. The sales department had seen in their analysis of performance indicators that their sales forecasting needed to be more strategic and more effective. It needs to be based on multiple possible scenarios and needs to be assessed and modified if required at frequent intervals. Their backlog management needed to be more lean. They identified that they need to visualize a timeline, improve collaboration, and arrange follow-ups to optimize the backlog. Finally, the sales team decided to work on rearranging the sales territories and optimize for a long-term return on investment. Meanwhile, pricing needed to get more competitive, deviating from their earlier followed cost-based pricing. Simultaneously, they need to work on price positioning strategies. In terms of promotional strategies, they decided to work on the new age promotional tools such as social media promotion, product release contests or giveaways, and the like. Both the departments felt that working on these would definitely bring the company back onto the growth path. The next video coming up next week will take you through the key business parameter discussion that the consultant has with the operations head and the HR head. Hope you're enjoying the story of Alpha Company Limited and learning from the case study. Do subscribe to the channel and keep learning. Thanks for watching.